It's easy to look at my life and don't see no pain. I remember taking 3-4 trips.
Yeah.
Cocaine, standing in the lobby.
You're now tuned into the Spin Cycle with DJ With Love on WDDS, the dirtiest station in the world. Live streaming on Facebook and YouTube.
I wasn't up to see so train. Sometimes I ain't see no game.
It's episode 13.
Ralphie's every time I treat show stains. I was lucky I ain't see 4 man. Get shot or stuck up standing at the CeeLo games. But now shit with
Hey, you know I had to start the episode with your favorite artist and shit.
I'm like, I done converted you?
Fab.
This ain't my favorite artist, but it's one of them. It's one of them for sure. I don't understand your hate, dog.
It ain't
I ain't
no.
gonna say it's hate, but I don't understand your dislike. How can you not like that?
We gonna get into it.
We gonna have to, cause I'm sick of you. I'm sick of this. You gotta cut this. Maybe listen to a Big Sean album though.
Yeah. Now to the Spin Cycle with DJ With Love on WDDS, the dirtiest station in the world. Live streaming on Facebook and YouTube. It's episode 13. Y'all got my brother in this motherfucker. Martez, what's the deal, dog?
Shit, what's up?
Yeah, shit, man. How 2022 been looking for you, dog?
Oh man, it's been good. It's actually this has actually been real. It's been trying,
bro.
It's been like real trying,
Right?
but for the most part, man, life is life, and I mean, bad shit gonna happen. It's been bad shit happening this year, but know how to move around it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So everything good. I've been actually enjoying this year, man.
Right, for sure.
I've been got a lot of enjoyment out of this year.
Right.
How about you, man?
Shit, man, I've been moving, dog. I've been doing a lot of shit that I never thought I'd be doing, you know what I'm saying? It all came from purchasing this shit right here, you know what I'm saying? One day last year, I said I was just going to follow my heart, you know what I'm saying? And I always thought I'd be doing some shit in music, but I never thought about DJing until I was at a party, a New Year's Eve party going into 2021. And the music was weak as hell, you know what I'm saying? So I was on the aux then, you know what I'm saying? I just got up, grabbed whoever phone or laptop. It was a laptop they was playing off of. And I was actually like mixing on the laptop and shit. Niggas was hype off that shit. Everybody got the moving and shit. They like, DJ play this, DJ play that. I'm like, damn, it must be my calling then, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So I went ahead and got my shit, and shit been looking up ever since then, you know what I'm saying? I've been making connections around the city and shit, meeting new people. And that's what it's all about, you know what I'm saying?
And see, it's funny you say that because a lot of people be thinking like sometimes dislike is hate, but dislike can lead to something positive because you disliking that bullshit music they was playing. It led to a whole new avenue for you to get into. You know what I'm saying? All because some shit was trash. It's not you hating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to call out trash shit because it need to be improvements.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what the human race is all about. It's about improving.
I hear that. For sure.
So, yeah, call shit trash if that shit trash, man.
Right.
All the time.
Hell yeah. All right, so before we go any further, you know what I'm saying? Got to shout out all the fathers. It's Father's Day weekend, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out all the fathers out there, everybody doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? Putting in the sacrifice for their kids, making sure the future's looking brighter. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And what else we got going on? Oh yeah, it's Juneteenth weekend too.
Oh yeah,
Juneteenth.
You know
yeah,
precursor.
I want to talk about Juneteenth too. We got to get into that because I ended up looking up the definition of Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? And it was they supposedly had freed us 2 years prior, right?
Yeah.
So Juneteenth is the day that they let the last niggas know that they was free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
the denim has been made.
Right.
The quotas has been met. You guys can go now.
Right. So I feel like even the first day they let the first niggas know they ain't really no shit to be celebrating. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like we conquered no shit and got the fuck on ourselves.
Yup.
You feel?
Yup. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the only thing I really see good from Juneteenth is it give a nigga another avenue to get their hustle on. You know what I'm saying? Niggas get their t-shirts and shit off.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't.
Why not?
You can get they'll come knock your stand over, knock your whole t-shirt stand over and take your...
Oh, no, hold on, though. You know, a white man own Juneteenth, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. You can sell, I think, you can still sell your T-shirts. You just can't sell nothing that got to do with food.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because the company that own it is a company that own the food coloring processing company.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's why, like, they had the Juneteenth ice cream and shit, and they had to take it off the shelves because niggas was like, dog, the fuck?
Yeah, I don't even really fuck with the imagery and all that shit though. Like how
I
they
don't
had
fuck with none of
they
it.
had like the little Juneteenth logo with the motherfucker breaking the shackles and shit.
Dog.
No, that shit look crazy. As
It's
hell.
2022. It's 2022. And niggas is out here celebrating the freedom of slaves.
Right,
And it ain't even, it's really just celebrating more white supremacy.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they say, my nigga Trump, they say, I can't help but to say my nigga in
Right.
front
My
of
nigga
that's
Big
my
T.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But they say he racist, right? Like he the king, most racist person, white supremacy, the face of it. He is like the first. Juneteenth was not on the federal calendar at all. It wasn't on the agenda or nothing until he, you know what I'm saying? He brought it up. And then they grifted off of it. They turned. You said it can be a hustle for niggas. White folks came already and jumped on top of it, and trademarked it and shit. So it's like, fuck out of here with that shit, man. Fuck, I'm celebrating 4th of July.
Right. I was talking to my dog at work and shit. When you talk about that shit, he was like, Juneteenth, like, nigga, I'm a motherfucking patriot, nigga. Like, holla at me on the
For
floor.
real, dog. For real. Because it's like, man, it been taking black folks all these centuries. It's going to sound like some bullshit. But it's been taking black people all these centuries to finally learn the game and catch up with it. And figure out how to maneuver in this country and shit. And now it's like y'all just going to switch the shit up.
Right.
What the fuck is Juneteenth? And I'm all for the whole being black and proud shit. I'm the proudest black person out here. But come on, man.
Right.
That's just another, like the same way the first thing you said is it's another hustle for people. That's what they thought when they came. Come on, man. When they came to the forefront with this shit, it's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But word up to everybody that's celebrating that shit. Have a good time. It's my daughter's birthday. I'm going to be celebrating her birthday that day. It's Father's Day. I'm going to be celebrating fathers and shit. And, yeah. Be black. Proud. I'm proud to be black too. Love y'all.
Right, for
But
sure.
that's some bullshit.
Yeah, don't fall for the dumb shit though. Hey, you see that nigga Joe Biden fall off that bike?
Yes. Yes. Why they ain't got no video of him getting up? That's what I want to see. I want to see him get up. Because it looked like it was some little gravel over there. And them old white-ass legs, that shit hit you in the knee area. And that shit stick to your skin. You got to pull them out.
Oh, shit.
I want to see him get up. Why everybody be recording everything all the time? Because we weren't supposed to see that shit.
That's the world we live in. Everything on tape.
If you at a motherfucking a checkpoint to see the president, it was only a select few people. I'm quite sure they was invited to be there or whatever.
Right.
That means you a fan of the president. You should want to like watch the president ride up to you and shit. You dap him up. You got your phone out recording. Then this motherfucker just having to fall off this bitch.
Dog, that's how the world is, dog. I'm not good with my phone like that, dog. I miss so much funny shit, dog, because I'm just not used to it, dog. My phone be in my pocket like a motherfucker. I don't get it. I mean, I get it because that's the new world we live in, but
back to the hustle part about it all, though. Remember back when, like in the 90s and early 2000s, like when paparazzi was the shit.
Yeah.
They was paying like millions and hundreds of thousands of dollars for like certain pictures you get of people and shit. Now it's just like people just upload. This shit could be like
monetized,
and you just uploading it for free.
Yeah.
You ain't even getting credited for being the person that was quick enough on your toes to pull your phone out, record this fool falling off a bike.
That's because it's second nature now.
What you doing on the bike? You can barely walk.
Right, that's what I said when I said
this nigga barely walking and they letting him ride a bike. I think it's a setup.
It's a setup. What? What's the setup?
To get him out of office, bro. It's a setup, dog. Look how they changing up on him. Look how they changing up on him. Now they done put out a whole. It's been out, it's been known and shit, but now it's like now the whole thing about his daughter diary done popped back up, and she in the diary talking about how she done had sex with people in her family when she was a kid, and she took showers with him. It's wild shit, and it's like now it's popping back up, and the mainstream media is starting to carry the shit. So it's like it seemed like they trying to get him up out of here. Because all the shit that he been doing, people were saying he was on, they was like, nah, it's misinformation and shit. Now they riding with it. So I think they trying to get him up out of here.
Right. Like early or just one term?
No. like early. Like I don't think they trying to wait for him to get to the next term. He might be gone before November.
Hell no. Hell no.
You don't think so? Dog, when they look at it and they look at how bad the situation is in the country and shit, and how people is blaming everything on Democrats, even Democratic outlets is starting to blame everything on Democratic leadership. So it's like, in order for the dudes up under the president, like all the lower level people in Congress and Senate and shit, even governors, mayors and shit, if you attach to that party and all this fucked up shit that's going on is attached to the leader of that party, they're gonna have to take him out of there. Right. So they can have some. They be like, oh, we not following in his lead. Because his lead led us to this shit. Gas is high as hell, food high as hell. I feel bad for niggas that's like buying vagina. Like niggas like tricks.
Yeah.
Because did the price go up?
Yeah, price of everything went up.
Why did the price of that go up?
Shit, because they food went up. Shit.
Bitches don't be eating.
Shit, everything they consume done went up. Shit.
No. Well, yeah.
Shit, when you work for yourself, you can set your own market.
Yeah, you can. But if it's not monopolized, it's I can go up underneath you. I can pay a lower price for the same thing. It's just a lower value.
Shit, get fucked up.
I'm just trying to get me one off. I ain't even looking down.
Like
Like
motherfuckers found out you cutting the market like that is fucking you up.
Outwork me. Step your hustle up. If you don't like it, step your shit up.
That's funny as hell.
That's capitalism, dog. Step it up.
Right.
Or buy me out. Your choice, man.
That shit funny as hell, dog. Man. Yeah, so let's move to something else. Shit, this is my 13th episode, and I think probably at least 3 or 4 episodes, different guests I done had, they done mentioned you in the interviews and shit as far as about having like musical influence on them and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they come to like you or me to
I've seen some
to know what was hot and shit. Like, what'd you feel about that?
I thought that shit was dope. Yeah, cause I be watching your show and shit. Cause you my man, I'll support you and shit. Right. And I like what you're doing. Like you got a good. You actually impressed me because you ask good questions and you ask them like in a timely fashion. That shit's like that's what I watch it for. Cause it was like you had that shit down episode 1. Like, damn, it wasn't even like no growing in between. It was like you came right out the womb and was running. So I mean,
appreciate that, brother.
That's how I know that this meant for you to be doing because you were natural. The shit came natural. But I think that shit dope. And that's what I do it for. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I do it for. Like, when I share music and shit, like, if people don't hit right back and be like, oh, or like it or comment or some shit, it's like, that's cool. It's nice to know that niggas are still, you know what I'm saying, taking heed to what I'm saying and paying attention. Because it be some stuff out here that people just didn't hear or they didn't know came out. And I got a wide palette for music. Like, I like to listen to a lot of different stuff by black artists.
Right.
I don't really get into the other people's music, but it's a lot going on. And I'm glad I can turn some people on. That's what it's supposed to be about, man. You can't just keep music to yourself. That shit is it's an expression. Like, it's a vibration. It's a feeling. You gotta let that shit out. Get that shit off you. Let it bounce back to you. Take it back in. Use that energy again. So I think that's dope, man. I'm glad that people listening.
Yeah, right. Like, a lot of people don't know, like, shit, the fucking whole world is ran by music, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, it ain't just music, it's the frequencies, you know what I'm saying? That shit send different types of energy through your body and shit, you know what I'm saying? That shit affects your emotions, you know what I'm saying? How you move, everything, like your mood, how you interact with people. You interact with people different ways with different music on, like you got low tones and shit, all that bass, that shit rile you up, you know what I'm saying?
Shit make you aggressive.
Yeah, hell yeah, so... Yeah,
get your loins boiling. Like you ready to steam on somebody.
Right. Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's how it is, man. And like we was talking before the mics came on, before you start recording. We was talking about like Drake. Like Drake just came out with this this first few songs, it sounded like just Afro beats, and then it was like you go on. I don't listen to Drake just for the record. I just skim through his shit sometimes to see what he's doing. So I'll give every song like the first 20 seconds, letting me get the shit off, see what he's doing. I ain't like none of it. I don't like when he sings, so
Right.
I like when he raps sometimes, but I don't like when he sings. But it's like it was like Afrobeatish, and then it switched and it became like just house music.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I like house music. I'm from Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like house music is what the fuck come on the radio at night on the weekends and shit. So it's like the house music shit was cool, but it was like within his voice.
Yeah, that's what I took away from it. Like you said, I only listened to like 3 songs of the shit. Like you said, the beats, the production, all that shit was fire. I just don't want to hear him doing it.
Yeah, it's like
You know
his
what I'm
voice,
saying?
like like shut up.
I don't want to
Shut
hear.
up.
I don't want to hear him.
Somebody
doing
shut him up.
it.
Cause who asked you to say something? Like the beat was just, I finally caught the rhythm of it. Nah, I'm feeling it, and then you come on, like man, mute him.
Right.
But it's other artists that do the same thing that don't get no recognition. That's why I think it's important for you to share your music that you enjoy. Like Gold Link.
Oh yeah.
Gold Link raps over house beats, but he do it good though.
Mm-hmm.
He even sing and harmonize and all that over, but he do it good.
Right.
Because I think that he actually came up in like the go-go house music, like it's a
that
real
DC,
thing
DMV
for
shit,
him.
yeah.
Yeah. Drake is just going around pillaging.
Yeah. You think? Do you think it's Drake or the people that's behind him, like making him do that shit? Like, you know, he got a lot of bread, but he under a lot of umbrellas too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it could be people like, all right, you got to hit this demographic. You such a big presence all around the world. You got to hit every demographic. But doing that makes you become mediocre. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to hit everything, but all that ain't in your field of expertise. You know what
You
I'm
got
saying?
a point. I think it's both. I agree with what you're saying because he is up under a big umbrella, and it's only because he's a pillager. Like when he show up to your city and he want to steal your town,
Yeah.
people make sure they get some paperwork on him. Like he went to Houston. Remember he was in Houston, sound like a Houston dude.
Yeah,
He got up under Jay Prince. Then he got up under Wayne. He wanted to do the whole, because Wayne had the connection with New York, and they was doing the South New York Jewels Wayne thing they had going on. Drake became part of that. Baby comes along. So now he wanted Prince and Baby. These is two of the best black businessmen. But once you under them, you under them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Blood in, blood out. These niggas even Bloods and Crips at the same time.
Right.
So
right.
but then it's like you surpass that. Like you get past all the hood music and shit. Now it's like you making world music. I understand it, but I think it's both. I think it's the influencers, it's the people that's putting the money behind them, telling them to do it. Because I mean, if it fail, we paid you your money, so it's not a failure for you as the artist. And I think
Plus the shit ain't gonna fail just because it's Drake. It ain't gonna fail.
I think this gonna fail.
He's still gonna do a couple 100,000 first week.
That's just because people listen to
That's
it.
what I'm saying. That's a win. You recoup. As long as you recoup, you good.
Drake can't just recoup right now. Drake already coming off somewhat of a disappointment.
Yeah.
I ain't heard no songs being played on the radio from Drake as the star.
Bro, they play that I'm Too Sexy shit all the time.
Probably.
They
I don't
play-
really listen
yeah,
to
they
it.
play
I
the
don't
shit
hear
out
it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hear it. But it actually grew on me. Last time I heard it, I was like,
Yeah,
oh
right,
shit.
Right.
Oh shit. This shit kind of fire.
I ain't gonna lie, the last Drake album that I really fuck with was None Was the Same. The one with
That was the second album?
No, that was the one with Pound Cake and all that shit on there, Tuscan Leather and
Ooh.
with,
Is that the one that came after the Head in the Cloud shit?
That's the one with the head in the cloud.
Oh yeah. That was cool. That was
that was the last one I messed with for real.
Only one I ever really liked was If You Reading This, It's Too Late.
Oh yeah,
Or some shit.
That's the Quinn Miller album though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Quinn
But
Miller
when
album.
I first listened to it, because I only listened to it once, I was like, oh, I like this.
Yeah.
But I never listened to it again, and then all that fallout came over, like, Quentin Miller got less of a foot now,
right.
all because you wrote a nigga song.
Right.
Like, that's just ridiculous, dog. Let me talk about that for a second and see how you feel. Because do you think that by a person writing music for somebody, it should lead to you not having a foot? You know what I'm saying? Like, should that be a circumstance of you writing music?
Did that have something to do with that though?
Yes.
I thought a nigga got like in a car accident or something.
Would he have been in that car? Would he have even been in that side of town if you didn't?
Right.
Would I have even known you missing a foot if you didn't write a, like, I only know you because you was writing fire songs for somebody.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't give.
Now you just a rapper without a foot.
Right. Ain't
Like
never gonna get
that,
on.
you tried to run that as a gimmick too.
And he blackballed.
And you tried to run the fucking I got a foot missing as like a gimmick. Didn't he put out a mixtape with
Yeah,
like
I
like the
remember he was
imagery
on-
was like the foot
Yeah,
missing,
he was on Everyday Struggle trying to promote that shit. I remember that, yeah.
acting like his foot wasn't missing. This nigga was talking about music. Like that shit had just happened. It was like maybe within 3 months. Like dog,
Right.
you just lost a foot,
Right.
and you on here talking about music and ghostwriting.
And the other side, they whooped his ass too. Me Mill and them fucked him up too. For what though?
Cause he was writing songs for a nigga, man. Fire songs though.
Right.
Now you
And
can't
the only
even do
reason
that.
somebody that why I remember him not because Pusha T brought him back up on the Daytona shit. That's the only reason
Yup.
his name got back out there.
Yup.
And then when Pusha T said his name, niggas was like, "Why you still mentioning that nigga, dog?"
It look bad on you, and he ain't getting no money from it.
Right.
And niggas is looking at you like you corny for bringing it back up. That ain't. It's a little scuttlebutt. Like,
Right.
that was kerfuffle. That was nothing.
Right.
This nigga ain't got no foot though. And niggas looking at it like, oh, that was nothing.
Right.
Why you bringing that up? That nigga's nothing. Like this nigga missing a foot.
Right.
Go buy that nigga album, man.
Right. Shit. Speaking of Pusha T, what you think about that nigga shit?
I ain't hear it.
You ain't hear it?
Nope.
I heard it once.
I ain't listened to it.
I heard
What you
it.
think about it?
It's alright. Sick of that nigga though.
I thought Daytona was alright.
Daytona, yeah, that's it. Daytona was better than this.
Was it? I'm not listening. I never was gonna listen to it no way.
7 songs and all. Like he need a new subject matter.
He need a new whole new shit. He need to cut his hair. He really need to stop rapping. He need to stop rapping because, like you say, he need to move. It's no impact if you just saying the same thing every 3 years on a new album. Like you talking about you figured out a new way to say the same thing. Like
Mhm.
you're not impacting nothing.
Right.
You're not impacting the way people think. You're not impacting what people like. You're not impacting the world. You're not impacting conversation. You just put some bullshit out. Right? You just put more of the same out.
People fucking with it though.
That's good for them, man. Go buy that nigga album, man. Shit, this almost Juneteenth, dog. It's the freedom for me. Did you see that shit?
What?
It was some plates. It was some paper plates and some paper cups that
It
was
said
out.
it's the freedom for me on it?
Yes. It was like a nigga, it was like a noose hanging, and there was somebody, like a light-skinned hand coming from above the noose, and there was a black hand reaching up from the bottom, and it looked like they was gonna clasp hands, and the light-skinned hand was gonna pull the black hand up, and the shit said, it's the freedom for me.
No.
I got that shit on my phone, dog.
Shit like the Focus Hope sign?
Nigga, it's the same, man. That Focus Hope sign. You want to talk about that? Fuck that Juneteenth shit. That Focus Hope sign crazy. That shit crazy. Niggas got a lot of shit off in the 80s, dog. Like, crack ass niggas was just flagrantly racist in the name of the good, though.
Yeah.
That Focus Hope shit crazy. The focus is hope.
Right.
That's all we care about is hope.
That's that Barack
You
shit.
ain't tired of hope?
That's that Barack
I don't
shit.
want no more hope. I'm cool on the hope. That nigga Barack came through. This nigga said, yeah, man, y'all got a little lead in the water. We used to peel paint chips off the wall and eat them. As a matter of fact, bring me some of that water. This nigga said,
Yeah, I remember that shit.
don't let this be no reason why you don't accumulate nothing in life. Nothing wrong with you. Like, this nigga, like, dog, what is you doing, man? I damn near didn't go to work after I seen that shit. Because I was getting ready for work. I'm like, hold on, wait, what are you talking about? This nigga, what? Oh my God, wait, no, stop. I think I recorded it. Like, dog, this is a moment in American history that need to be celebrated. This nigga went to Flint like 2 years after the water crisis and told them, don't let this be a reason why you won't turn out to be nothing.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
And said we used to just eat paint chips off the wall like it was nothing. Like, dog, these people are living in this water. Like,
Right.
everything it got to do with their life got to do with this water.
Mm-hmm.
They taking baths in it. They drinking it. They using it to cook with. Go to a restaurant, they cooking with it. There's no escaping this water.
Right.
Nigga, you chose to just eat a chip of paint.
Right,
I'm quite
right,
sure
right,
somebody
right.
finally seen you and smacked you on your hand and told you don't do it no more. That's like shit disrespectful, man. Shit disrespectful as hell. But shit, I had me an Obama shirt. It ain't had none of his
Hey,
slogans.
you remember I was selling them bitches?
Yeah. Niggas just be on the hustle.
Hey, that's funny. I'm gonna tell that story about when I was trying to sell them all. I don't know if you was there. No, you weren't there. My mother-in-law, she was a part of the campaign administration or whatever. She would have like little meetings at her crib, and there was some Obama supporters over there. And I'm like, I told my wife there, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make some of these shirts real quick and shit. Take them bitches over there. So I went over there. I'm acting like I'm engaged in what they talking about or whatever, and it's at the end of the thing. I'm like, yeah, so I got these shirts. You know what I'm saying? You want them?
Cause fuck
They
that
like, look, they like, can we purchase those on the website? I'm like, hell no.
Right. Fuck that website.
They was mad as hell, like this nigga trying to get on off Obama.
You want a shirt or not?
Right. They was not fucking with me.
You want a shirt or not, dog? Cause I mean,
That's the hope. Know what I'm
right.
saying?
I
We
want to
in
put my
America,
money
nigga.
into the hope. I'm the hope. I'm the fucking future. I'm the children's future, right? You was
Right.
a child at the time. They'd rather
Right,
send that
right,
shit
right.
to a motherfucking website so they can get the authentic, official motherfucking Gildan t-shirt
Right.
with Obama Hope and shit on the front. Nigga, I still have not seen a Joe Biden shirt. If anybody got a picture of somebody with a old Joe Biden shirt, please tag me in it. Send it to me. Text me. Figure out some way to get in touch with me. I ain't gonna tell you. Figure it out. If you got one, let me see it. Cause I don't believe it.
What? You
I don't believe nothing that's going on is
me
actually
neither. That's
legit,
why I don't
man.
really fuck with that shit for real. Like the news and all that shit.
Man, that shit be crazy.
I don't really even fuck with it. For
I
real.
do, cause that shit is like, it's like a fucking comedic reality show.
Right.
Cause anybody with a brain and all the rest of their senses, it's like you can tell these motherfuckers ain't telling you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
They'll tell you one thing and then tell you the complete opposite like a week later and don't even tell you that they fucked up the first time.
Right.
I watched that shit.
Or don't give a fuck that they fucked up the
Yeah.
first time. It's just, it is what it is.
Yeah. So
Right.
we told you some shit last week. You made a motherfucking irrational ass decision, went and whooped somebody's ass about something we said last week. So that
Right.
wasn't true. So your life fucked up now. You completely changed the whole trajectory of everything you had going on.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's why you just gotta watch what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Keep your peripherals clear and all that shit, and then determine what you're gonna do off what you see. I mean, you know, out here in the real world. You know what I'm saying? That's how I move about
but see, what's the real world though?
what
That
you actually see yourself, not what the motherfucker present to you.
All right, so just because that's the world you living in, is that the real world to another person?
It don't matter.
Yeah, it do. Ain't no telling what these niggas walk around looking at, seeing you ass.
Life is perception.
These motherfuckers. Right,
That's what I'm saying.
right. It's but whose perception is taken serious? Because
You take your own
All
shit
right.
serious. That's it. That's all you
all
can
right,
do.
if a nigga out here zoned the fuck out, crazy in the head, scared to death, watching the news, worried about everything, if that's the reality he live in, say if somebody watching something crazy on YouTube, like they just into it, and it's all they into, and they say some shit like, black people is motherfucking can transform can transform into a fucking car or something. And the white dude that ain't never seen a black person in person just so happen to see you and walk up to you and command you to transform. And you don't do it. And this nigga murder you. Who reality is right?
Yeah. True.
Like, what's the real world to who? Like, the real world is, what is it? Because everybody live in a whole different world than what you live in.
Mm-hmm.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah.
The way, like, everything is controlled and manipulated and nigga build you a whole life
Right.
and send you in that direction. Like, go ahead, go live that life. And when you start getting off track, they'll bump you right back on track. All you gotta do is pull your phone out,
Right.
or talk to a person that you in the room with, because they're all on the same shit if y'all in that room together.
Right.
So it's weird as hell out here. I try to stay away from people. I done perfected when you about to cross paths with a person. I done perfected how to not say nothing to them, how to not look at them. My thing is to not even cross paths now. Like, figure out a way to not even go across them now. Bust a right.
Oh shit.
Stop and tie your shoe. Look at your watch. Damn. Hit one of them. Damn. And then walk in the same direction he going in. Act like you forgot something. I don't fuck around with people, man. That shit dangerous,
that's
man.
a catch-22 though. You know what I'm saying? But you got to interact with people. If you already trying to network and shit, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't trying to network. See, it's different for me and you.
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm saying?
right.
Like, the things you doing, you got to interact with people.
Mm-hmm.
But you do, but you don't have to.
Right.
You can do everything online or through a text or something, but it's good that you still got faith in, like, being around people. I don't trust people, man. I'll be trying to stay away from people as much as possible. All of them.
That shit crazy.
All of them, dog.
Yeah, so you tuned into the Spin Cycle with DJ With Love on WDDS, the dirtiest station in the world, live streaming on Facebook and YouTube. Like that shit, share that shit, subscribe to that shit, you know what I'm saying? Ring that bell, comment, let us know how we doing, you feel me? So, when I had, damn, I keep dropping this shit, but anyway, I had, Bo, you know what I'm saying? I had Bo on here, affectionately known as Lorenzo Orlando, you know what I'm saying? The actor, the thespian. Shout out to my nigga.
My God.
Yeah, I had him on here, and I was telling him about an idea for a podcast I had for us three.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, the B-Sides podcast and shit. Would you be interested in doing something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like you remember the premise? I don't know if you remember, but it was like we all picked like a B-side song. You know what I'm saying? We would all like critique or talk about what it meant to us or whatever. Like nothing popular, but a song that most people would know. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, like I ain't seen nothing like that.
Yeah, I haven't either. But see, that's the thing though, because it's like B-sides is like what you like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like most people probably wouldn't have even heard it. Like if you was a viewer of the show, you probably wouldn't have even heard it to even. But I mean, go back and listen to that shit then.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that is actually a good idea. Yeah, go back and listen to that shit. You probably ain't know nothing about it, or you bought the single back when people were selling singles and shit. You went bought the little single CD. You ain't even know it was some fire on the album.
Right. Have you ever thought of podcasting before, like on your own or whatever?
I got talked out of that shit. I got talked out of that shit like a few times because I'll be having some different opinions than other people and shit. And I had talked myself out of it one time too. I was like, I don't even want that problem. Because I just see things like a little different, and I ain't afraid to voice what I see. You know what I'm saying? And people don't be in agreement with that shit. And I'm an argumentative type person. Like I'll sit there and keep going back and forth with you as long as you go back and forth with me, and that shit would be like too much. It'll take too much of my energy and time and shit. But I think that was years ago though. I think I didn't like reel myself in a little bit more. I think I could. I don't think I could do it by myself though.
Right,
I would have to have somebody.
That shit hard as fuck. Honestly, I give kudos to motherfuckers who can sit up and do a single man podcast and talk for a whole hours nonstop and shit like that. That shit crazy.
But see,
and like actually captivate an audience like that.
Yeah, but they be polarizing though, and it's like because either you fuck with they point of view or not.
Yeah, that's just like I was just watching. You watch Skip Bayless shit? He got one. He was just talking about how he went in on that nigga Stephen A. Smith. It just came, it just came out. It was either yesterday or the day before. He was talking. Stephen A. was on JJ Redick podcast.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah. It was decent. It made me like Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, he was talking about how Skip Bayless was calling him to save First Take and all that shit.
I knew that was a lie.
Hey, yeah, that nigga Skip Bayless went in on that nigga.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What'd he say?
His nigga was like, he was saying how Stephen A. got fired and shit.
Yeah.
Before, and he was
He tried to call it an incident.
Yeah, he was in the doghouse. He got him back at ESPN, but ESPN really wasn't fucking with him and say he was more trouble than he was worth. And they had him just on the radio and shit, like he was just on ESPN New York.
Yeah.
And then they had Cold Pizza and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they switched it over to First Take, and Stephen A was begging him to let him come on there, so they gave him a little 10-minute segment every Wednesday, which I don't really remember none of this shit like that. I remember when First Take came and it was just them two. Maybe I wasn't watching ESPN like that at the time.
What Stephen A. Smith said was true. Like, remember they used to have the two twins, the two black dudes, they was twins.
Yeah.
They used to be on there.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they would have like it was like a rotation of people.
Mm-hmm.
They would have
Yeah,
like
Rob
special
Parker.
guests.
And
Yeah, Rob Parker
yeah.
and all that type of
Mm-hmm.
shit. Rob Parker is crazy.
I remember that shit, the motherfucking cornball brother. What was that? RG3?
Dog.
That nigga he
Dog.
almost fucked his life up.
He
on
did.
that.
He did. He didn't say nothing different than what people saying today about Russell Wilson is corny.
Right.
He called him a corn. He said he a brother, but he a cornball brother.
Right.
Cornball and corny is the same word, but everybody out here just calling Russell Wilson corny. But this dude lost his job
Mm-hmm.
because he called somebody a cornball brother.
Right.
Is RG3 corny, or was he
Corny as
corny
hell.
at the time before he
Yeah.
got them braids?
Yeah, that nigga always been corny.
He
He
ain't
corny
corny.
as Baylor.
He ain't corny no more since he got them braids though.
Shit. He said some wild shit the other day on Get Up. Nigga said some other shit. I can't even remember what it was. I'm like, yeah, this nigga fool.
Niggas seen the picture of his girlfriend and started tripping. That's when motherfuckers started really calling him corny. Cause at first ain't nobody even know who what's his name? RG3. Ain't nobody even really know who he was
Yeah.
for real. And then they seen this white girl and shit. They like, oh, this nigga corny. Hey, anybody with a white girl, I agree. That shit corny, man. Fuck is you doing?
Russell Wilson had the wildest picture though. That motherfucker on there looking like Crash Bandicoot.
Nah, but for real.
Oh, shit.
You fuck with that nigga Dr. Umar.
Hey, you remember we was supposed to went to the thing? Remember that shit? When that nigga up at Mammoth or
Yeah,
something?
that nigga was at Mammoth charging niggas $50. So you listen to this nigga scream at you about fucking with a white girl. And I could have watched this on the internet for free. Yeah, we found out he was charging $50.
Hey, right.
Man, never
And
mind.
he keep one though. He keep one.
Man, look, y'all better stop falling for that. No, stop falling for that. He entertaining as hell. He funny as hell. But come on, man, stop falling for that.
Right.
You know how to raise your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Your mama taught you.
Right. For sure.
If she ain't teach you, your grandma taught you. Somebody taught you. Your ass just wasn't paying attention, or you trying to do it a different way, and you ain't doing it right. Hey, I'm scared. I'd be scared to send my kids to school with some of these people kids, man. Like, for real. It ain't got nothing to do with no school shooting or none of that, no bullying or none of that. It's just, dog, y'all kids, I ain't about to talk about y'all people kids, but y'all know how y'all raising y'all kids, man. Y'all can do better. Y'all can do better, man. Stop sending them kids to school hungry, for one.
Right.
It don't take nothing to make some toast. Sometimes that's all it take, dog. Some toast, just put something on them kids' stomach before you send them to school, man. You can't learn nothing on the empty stomach. You can't pay attention on the empty stomach. You can't even be respectful on the empty stomach. Because all you thinking about is feeding yourself. Feeding yourself comes before everything. Respect, learning, all that. Stop sending them kids to school without no food in their stomach.
Right. All right. Let me ask you something real quick. You think it's time for the school structure to change?
As far as what?
Like as far as like how it's set up for kids to be workers. Like you go in that motherfucker for 8 hours. You got lunchtime. Said same is you don't.
I think that's fine. I was just having this conversation with my little sister like last weekend. But no, I don't think they should change that. I don't think they should change that. I think that they should
I think that the curriculum needs to be updated. Curriculum needs to be updated, and I think they need to focus more on creativity.
Yeah.
As far as just black and white, okay, I could read this and retain this and write this down and get an A on the paper.
Yeah,
You feel me?
I agree with that. I agree with that. Because school basically is just, from when I went to school, what I noticed is what they teach you in the first grade is all that you really learn. It's like the basis of it all, because every year they just expand on what they taught you last year.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of that shit is wasted time.
Yeah.
When is the last time you needed to know when the first Civil War started, or the first World War started? Like, that don't mean nothing.
Right.
Why is we wasting valuable time in the classroom learning some shit? Because like you say, all it is just reading comprehension. That's all the basic school structure is. If I tell you something, I'll show you something, I read something to you. Can you remember it, then recite it back to you? That's all that shit is. That's a waste of time. That's a waste of time. Everybody know that I can read and I can listen to some shit and recite it back to you. I fucking recite raps all the time.
Right.
Why we can't test me on that as far as my reading comprehension or my listening ability go? We just take time. I think school shouldn't start that early. These kids don't even be woke. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were talking about age. You talking about the time of day.
Oh no! As far as age, I think they should be in school earlier. Yeah,
okay.
They should I'm a firm believer in preschool and all that stuff. But yeah, because you need to, while your mind is fresh and you learning how to walk and learning what hot is and all that stuff and what wet feel like, you need to know what letters mean.
Right.
It should be easier to learn if you start early, like swimming. Like when you start swimming younger in life, it's easier for you to learn. But I think they should start school later in the day. Like, it'd be too early in the morning, man. It'd be way too early. These kids have sleep. Teacher have sleep. Teachers got lives too. These is grown people. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker in that bitch with a hangover, and your kid in here wilding.
Right.
I'm putting him out.
Right.
It's a lose-lose for both of us. He can't learn nothing. I can't teach. Like, fuck out of here. And it's like, it should start a little later. It shouldn't be so many classes in one day. Like, I think you can't walk into a classroom, get all the kids to calm down, get them to take their books out, get them to get their pencils and paper together, and I only got that's an hour-long class. It's going to be 30 minutes to get y'all to shut up and get y'all your equipment and everything out your bags and get ready to learn. And then it's like, once I get to my teaching, it's time to clean up and leave. So it's like, I think that each subject should be a little longer than an hour, maybe 2-3 hours. That way you can actually have time to interact with the kids and see if they picking up what you putting down. Because a lot of times these kids are just ignoring people.
It was kind of like that back when we was in elementary school. I remember we had the homeroom class for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then we would have like the elective class the last 3 hours of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think that should be like the main structure. Yeah. I think it should be,
because we had like English, science, and like social studies, and all our homeroom teacher taught us all three of those, and then we go to like art, gym, and whatever,
and math or something.
Yeah.
And I think it should be like that. Like, I think each class should be a little longer. I think all the electives should be elective. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you want to learn history, because they change history every 10 years.
Right.
Like, history, in your lifetime, you know that history ain't real. You can see what they say now and look at like what actually happened 10 years ago. You're like, so just imagine what ain't true, that we wasted our time. Like cut that out. That's a waste of time. If you want to learn that shit on your own. Go to some elder or somebody that can teach you the proper way. But learning that white man history, man, that's bogus.
Right.
Science damn near bogus because they changing that. But that's important as hell. Like the basic, what they do know about science, what they teach, it is important. But if you're not trying to get into science, what's the point?
Right. Like I never thought that should have been like a 3-year requirement. You know what I'm saying?
Science? Yeah. No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. It's too many fields, and that's why I think, like you said, school is producing workers. We need workers. But I mean, the school system been the same way since the jump, and you still got entrepreneurs. You still got people opening up industries and opening up businesses and stuff. So, I mean, those people is going to still, you know what I'm saying? And they got to understand the worker's mind. So, they got to understand these people on the structure, they on the schedule. I can manipulate them for these 8 hours, get them to do bam, 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 pam. I know they got a life at home. They probably dealing with things. So, I may need some temp workers or some replacement workers. I mean, it all go hand in hand. So, I don't think it need to change as far as, like, building you as a worker. Because some people got to work.
Yeah.
And a lot of people need to understand, y'all need to get a job, man. All y'all is not entrepreneur. Stop it. Okay? Sometimes a side hustle can build into a whole company.
Right.
But a side hustle is something you start off doing on the side. You're doing it on the side because you got a main thing. You need constant income. Get you a job.
Especially if you got other people depending on you.
Yes,
Which mostly everybody do.
there's nothing wrong with gambling on yourself, but just know it's a gamble. You're not gonna win every time. You may not win at all. Think about it. But there's nothing wrong with having a job. A lot of people need to understand that. There's nothing wrong with working.
Yeah, I mean, like, I seen like in the past 10 years, probably even a little bit longer than that, niggas with 9 to 5s get shitted on.
Like a motherfucker.
That shit is kind of crazy.
It is.
And niggas be lying. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Niggas be a whole liar. Niggas be a whole liar, man. That's why I be trying to stay away from people, man. They be full of shit, dog. They be so full of shit, man. But, I mean, that's part of the game, man. Some people lie, some people tell the truth, but a nigga be a nigga, man. A nigga tell a whole lie straight to your face, tell you they got a company, they doing this, they doing that. And I mean, that's what's up. Fake it till you make it. You know what I mean? Manifest that shit, put it out there. It'll come back to you, but you ain't gotta lie about it though. Like don't boost it up like it's more than what it is. Cause sometimes you can say that my business is growing or I'm starting a business or it's a side hustle, and some people will choose to invest into you.
Yeah.
But when you just come online, oh shit, my shit evaluated at $100,000 already. I just started up a damn company 2 weeks ago, and it's already, oh, so you out of my price range. I can't even invest in you. Well, that could have been your blessing if you was telling the truth about it. But just because you selling dinners out your house don't make you no caterer. You are an aspiring caterer. If you ain't catered, you're not a caterer. Stop saying that.
Sure.
Maybe somebody can put something in your pocket and make you a caterer. But stop lying.
For sure. Yep. I believe in that too, like doing good business. If you fucking with somebody on the business side, stand on what you said you was gonna do and all that type of stuff. There's a lot of people out here doing a lot of bad business, you know what I'm saying? And it never works out. It might, like, short term, you might get over on the motherfucker, but long term, you burning all these bridges and shit, and then you start right back at square one, you know what I'm saying? Yep. And then when you start back at square one, you don't got those bridges to go across no more because all them bitches burnt.
And ain't no houses over there.
Right.
You done crossed all them bridges, and now you ain't no houses.
Right.
You in the wrong side of town. You in the desert now.
Right.
You could have got across the desert, but you couldn't make it because you burnt all these bridges. Them bridges, you could have picked them up and laid them across the next river. But now you just homeless.
Right.
Because ain't no houses over there. You can't go back.
Right. For sure.
Do people right, man. Bring that back.
Right. That's like the most simplest thing, for real. Like, the world would be so much better if motherfuckers just was like A1.
And that shit easy.
Right. I was about to say that shit. Like,
that shit's so simple.
Right.
Dog, do you know the hoops and the balls you got to jump over to make up for some lies and shit?
Right,
and
you got to
keep
lying.
And you got to remember what lie you told the who about what situation. Like, man, you could have just had kept that shit real the first time.
Right.
You probably would got looked at funny or laughed at, or a nigga would have fucking joked on you or something. But yeah, it'd be the voluntary lies. Motherfucker just walk up and start lying to you. Like, I ain't asked you nothing. I wasn't even about to talk to you today. I was about to hit you with a whistle. You go walk the other way. This nigga walked up lying.
Right. Yeah,
that's why I be trying to, man, people crazy, man. People crazy. That should be funny, though.
Right.
People will have you laugh. If you don't take shit serious, if you the type of person don't take shit serious for real,
right,
like you barely take anything serious, life is fun, man.
Yeah.
Life is fun.
Yeah.
Because I don't really take shit serious. People be thinking I be so serious. I don't be caring about none of this shit I be talking about. I'll sit there and have a whole debate with you for about an hour. About some shit I do not care about. I could have had argued in your favor. Right. I don't care. I could have argued both points because this some shit I do not care. Like, this shit don't affect me. All this shit is comedy, dog.
Right, for sure.
Because we all gonna die.
Right.
So stop taking this shit so serious, man. This shit, laugh, man. People be too cool to laugh.
Sure.
I'll be having myself dying laughing.
Yeah.
Dying laughing.
Hell no. Shit, yeah. No, I can't let you get up out of here. We got probably about 10 more minutes. We got to talk some sports and shit. Yeah. So our boys, the motherfucking Lions, getting ready to be on Hard Knocks.
Oh, they is? That's it? That's real?
Yeah, they Hard Knocks this year.
Damn. That's gonna be a good watch.
Mm-hmm.
You got Dan Campbell on Hard Knocks. He probably gonna try to tone it down.
No, fuck that. I want to see him cut all into Jared Goff. I want to see that shit. I want to see that.
That's the one thing you not gonna see.
Why not?
Even if
He was cutting it to him during the
they
season.
gonna edit that shit out. They is not.
Shit, that's HBO.
Nah. They gotta have some say so over the final edit. Dog. They cannot let that. If that happen, they can't let that shit go out to the public. That's gonna drop his value too low, man.
And I
Fuck
low
him
key,
anyway.
think I think we waiting for the Browns to cut Baker Mayfield too.
I hope that's not the case.
I think watch.
I think it is a lot of teams doing that. That ain't gonna happen though.
I think we low key in the top of the teams that's probably gonna got a chance of getting them. I think it's us, the Seahawks, and Carolina.
Is this the last year of his contract?
I want to say it is.
If it is, then I'll bring him in and kick the tires. No, because you would have to make a decision in the offseason. If I was gonna bring him in, I would have tried to trade for him and bring him in before like the offseason activities and shit got going on.
Yeah.
That way you can get acclimated to offense and shit. That way,
you're right. Because I don't know if they're gonna fuck with him. Because there's some dog ass quarterbacks coming out next year. There's some dogs coming out next
but they
year.
gonna all go real high. You trying to be that trash again?
They all ain't gonna go high. It's gonna be
After
some.
this
It's gonna be
class of
some
quarterbacks,
sleepers.
it's a bunch of people waiting to get people chilled this year because they seen the class wasn't good. But it's gonna be a lot of tanking. Excuse me, this year you gonna have to be real weak. You may have to lose.
You got
every
Stroud and dog from Alabama gonna be the top two quarterbacks coming out.
Ain't it the dude from Texas A&M coming out?
Yeah, yup.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's teams that was looking at this draft class from last year. They've been waiting on this. These niggas about to be super weak this year.
Right.
You may see like 2-3 teams not win no games. No bullshit. No bullshit.
I know they had. I think Carolina got the lowest ranking so far, like power ranking. I think they 32.
Panthers?
Yeah, I think they 32.
For real?
Yeah, the Lions is 20.
The Panthers might go to the playoffs.
Shit.
Who they got at quarterback?
Sam Darnold.
Is he healthy this year? Because he was balling.
Yeah,
till he got
they
hurt
was like
last year.
3-0. He was getting off. Yeah.
I'm picking him to win the division.
No, they in Tampa Bay division.
So?
What you mean? So they still cold.
Bruce Arians ain't the coach no more.
It don't matter.
Yes, it do. How you figure it don't?
It don't matter.
Jameis back.
Oh yeah.
We eating W's around this bitch. My nigga Jameis back.
Yeah. Niggas be sleeping on Jameis, dog. Jameis been cold. He be throwing them picks, though.
It be the media, dog. It be the media, though. Because niggas don't be watching these games. It be too many games for people to watch. So I know ain't nobody for real watching Jameis Winston.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it was funny as hell. He was at he did a press conference last year. It was what's it, last year? It was one of these years. And that nigga was like, shit, I don't know what y'all talking about, nigga. I be balling for real.
For real, though.
Right.
Like, he led the league in picks. And they just ignored the fact that he led the league in touchdowns.
Right, and yards. He almost had like 5,000 yards, some shit like that.
And they just got rid of him. Like, this nigga, he's discardable.
And he was balling last year before he got
They
hurt.
hit Stephen A. Smith up, said, man, go on, tear him down.
Mm-hmm.
Justify our getting rid of him. Man,
Hey, you be fucking with Kwame Brown?
at first,
Yeah.
he had a spark when he started.
Yeah.
Now nigga, he just be beefing with anybody. He'll make up a beef. Niggas don't even be thinking about him.
Yeah, when he started beefing with them YouTube niggas, I was like, it's over with.
That's when it was for real over. What was my man name? Tommy Sotomayor?
Oh, yeah.
When he started beefing with him, I'm like, this ain't even no real beef.
And he wouldn't let it go.
Yeah. This is right. You done. I need to unsubscribe from that shit.
Yeah, for real.
No, I don't, because that shit still be popping up. I'll check him out for a few seconds, see what he talking about, but shit used to be funny as hell, though.
He did.
That shit was funny as hell.
When he was, who he's fucking with? The nigga Hassan Campbell.
Yeah.
Like, rock a nigga snot box.
That nigga came on there with all that fake jewelry. Oh, that shit was hilarious. That was like that was his peak right there. Like,
it was,
yeah, that Hassan. I ain't even know who the fuck Hassan Campbell was until then.
Nah, he beef with, what's his name?
Wack 100?
Wack 100, yeah.
That shit's so stupid, man. That nigga Wack might be the worst thing ever happened to like real life.
Right.
I don't know, cause that's not even real life.
Right.
That shit could be though. He need to chill. Need to chill.
Hell yeah.
That shit whack. He got the right name for that shit.
Yeah, Jay Prince talking about getting him fucked up.
That nigga said, dog, I'm gonna put some lipstick and makeup on him and make that bitch twerk. Cause say we gonna put a dress on him and make him twerk.
Right.
I said, damn, that's some fucked up shit to say to somebody, man. That's about like as bad as when Ray J had told Fab he was gonna get him raped.
Nigga said, nigga, we got indoor pools, we got outdoor pools.
Cause nigga, I'm gonna get my niggas that like niggas. Fuck the shit out that nigga. Hey, dog, this nigga Ray J crazy.
Oh, shit. All right, well, shit, we get into my top 5 segment. We got like 5 more minutes, so give me your top 5 male R&B artists right now.
I didn't even know you had no top 5 segment. Top 5 male R&B artists right now.
Yeah.
Niggas that be singing. That nigga Tank had just dropped some cold shit. I gotta put Tank on there. Niggas that be singing. I gotta put my nigga Mac Ayres on there. My white
Okay,
boy.
yeah, I like Mac Ayres.
Sir, of course. Niggas that be singing. It's my mom. What's my man name, dog? Little light skinned dude. Only one the way. Dog, what's this nigga name? He cold, dog. I can't think of his name, but I'm gonna throw my nigga CB in there.
Oh, yeah. Legend.
Oh damn, I ain't even mention my nigga Sir.
You did say sir.
Oh yeah, that's like my favorite nigga though. But yeah, I mean, it ain't my top 5. But that's 5 niggas I can think of right now.
I fuck with Blast. I fuck with Lucky Day. I'm fucking with Chris Brown. Masego. And I'm fucking with see one more. I don't know. I like that nigga Rotimi.
I was thinking him too. He be having some shit. It's more niggas I like. Black. I forgot all about him. I still can't think of my man name. I'm thinking about. He really like one of my favorite dudes. Can't think of this nigga name right now though. But fuck him.
I ain't like Black last shit though. That East Atlanta Love Letter shit was hard.
That shit was. I ain't like that last shit either. Yeah. I ain't like that last shit at all for real. Oh, shit. The GOAT. The Weeknd. Fuck, I forget the Weeknd. I don't even listen to his new music no more either. I ain't listen to his last 2 albums. But I still got that nigga old shit in rotation. That nigga was hard.
Weeknd cool. He cool.
Yeah. The GOAT.
So what did you real quick when you hear about when that nigga Tank said why male R&B ain't popping right now?
Yeah,
because they gotta compete with the rapping niggas.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? You think that whole any merit?
Nope. I think that these niggas is ugly, man. I think that's what it is, man. I think these niggas is ugly. I think a lot of these chicks ain't into these niggas because it's too close to. It's not masculine, and it's like nowadays it's so cloudy in between your sexuality, and then a lot of these chicks don't want no dude to go both ways, and it's like if you singing, more than likely you got to dress like a. It get weird, but and these niggas ain't sexy. Get sexy on them, like can't deny sexy.
That's true.
You can be sexy and then just start singing.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got no talent.
That's real. Yeah.
Dress up, nigga.
Right.
I think he may have a point there, like as far as the aesthetic, because a lot of these rappers dress like R&B singers, so it's the mix up there. It used to be like if you're a rapper, you rap about like more hardcore things, you dress more street or whatever, more urban. But it's like urban is couture now, so it's like it's just too much of a blend up. And these niggas ain't cute, man. These niggas ain't cute because the rapper's cute. Everybody got a curly hair and shit and a line up.
Right. All right, shit. Good interview, my dog.
Sure.
Appreciate you coming through. You know what I'm saying?
Anytime.
Yeah, that was episode 13 of the Spin Cycle with DJ With Love on WDDS, the dirtiest station in the world. Live streaming on Facebook and YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Check us out. We out here.
Of mine. Niggas are risk having cuffs on their wrists.
No, these
For
niggas
this
need to get
masterpiece
killed
on
again.
mine. Know that I'm
Like you
squeezed
seen
at the
Daniel
top of my
Caesar,
piece with
like that
time.
one
I
Daniel
can't see
Caesar
myself
when niggas